everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You know what? I have got you something really exciting today. You know what's that? I have got you few activities that you can practice at home. Okay. So you can use those activities to practice your English speaking, to improve your English speaking. And trust me, if you do that daily, the results are going to surprise you. Yeah. So, are you excited to know which are those activities which you can practice at your end in order to improve your English speaking? Yeah. So, let's get started. The first activity, can you see this? Audio notes and using microphones. Now, when I say audio notes, what is audio note? See, whenever we are using WhatsApp, whenever we are using Telegram, we all have that microphone icon there. Okay. And with the help of that icon, we can actually send across voice notes. Yeah. So we usually practice this, right? To send across our messages. So why can't we use this feature to improve our English speaking, to practice our English speaking? Okay. So whatever you feel, you know, about the day, about something in life, try to make sentences in English out of that feeling and try to use that microphone feature and WhatsApp yourself. Okay. I very often do that. I set reminders for myself, using that microphone icon. Okay. So I usually send voice notes to myself on WhatsApp. So this is what I have to do. This is what I'm feeling. Yeah. So if you do that, what happens is, so even when you're talking, that's where you understand that how confident you are about creating those sentences, about expressing yourself. Are you getting it? So the very beautiful feature which we all have, okay, in our phones, free of cost, is microphone, using voice notes, by using a microphone. Okay, and keep sending voice notes to yourself. Anything, any topic that interests you. How are you feeling, throughout the day? You're feeling sad, you're feeling ecstatic, you're feeling happy about something. How is that feeling? Okay, so basically all that self-talk can be done through audio notes. And then once you send that audio note to yourself, you can actually hear it. Okay, and see how do you actually sound in English. Are you getting it? So try this. Yeah. The next one, explain something like you're explaining to a child. So anything, whether it's baking a cake or making chapatis or making tea, okay, anything basically which you are good at, which you're excellent at, pick up that and explain that, explain it in such a manner that you're explaining it to a child. So make that language, make that sentence construction very simple. Okay. So in that simple English, try to explain it. Yeah. Explain it as if you are explaining to a 5-year-old, 6-year-old child. Okay. Make it that simple. Yeah. And see what is it that you have created out of that explanation, whether you have covered everything, whether the explanation is comprehensive enough. Okay. Now that explanation is also something that you can record. You can record in the form of a video, you can record it in the form of a voice note, whatever is comfortable. Okay. So talk. So this will help you. This will facilitate your talking in English. Okay. This will help you in thinking in English. Okay. Because you have to explain certain things. So you will also think in English, that how are you supposed to put certain things in English sentences. Okay. So this will facilitate your thinking. This will help you make your, brain and English brain. And this will also help you in improving your English conversations, English speaking overall. Yeah, friends. So explain something as if you're explaining to a 5-year-old child. Yeah. Self podcast is the third activity. Now, you see the entire YouTube is filled with podcasts. Okay. So you can pick up any one podcast which interests you. Okay. Which interests you, like something that on manifestation. Okay. So I am generally very fond of listening to podcasts which is to do with manifestation. So anything that interests you, you can pick up that podcast, okay, and then you can see, you can listen, okay, that how are the certain questions being answered, how certain questions are being answered. And if that is something which is your forte, which is your expertise, okay, listen to the question, pause the podcast, and try to answer it by yourself in English. Getting it? Yeah. So basically, if I talk about myself, like how to improve English speaking, how to improve your English quotient, how to manifest things that you want. These are my interest areas. So these are the podcasts which I generally see on YouTube. Okay. And then what happens is, I try to listen to the question, I pause the question, and I try to answer it by myself. Okay. So if I were in that place, where in front of that interviewer who is doing a podcast, what would have been my answers to those questions? Okay, so this is what I try. So it's worth trying. So you can also try it at your end. Pick up any podcast which interests you, the topic of your interest. Listen to the questions, pause the podcast, try to answer those questions in English. And then perhaps you can on the podcast and see what is the answer that that person is giving. Okay, so this is also again a very interesting technique. Now, whatever you teach, whatever you express, try to record it. As I said earlier, also record it in the form of audio, record it in the form of video, so that every day when you record certain things, you will see that, progress reflecting in your videos and in your audios in your spoken English. And that is something that you can document and you can keep it for yourself. Okay. So your progress is something that will be very visible if you record whatever you teach, whatever you explain, whatever you express. Okay. So try to record it. Yeah. And you know what? All this, I'm really excited to share that all this, whatever I'm sharing with you, I make my students practice all of these activities in English Life Skill Hub. This is exactly what we do. Okay. So we have a very strong community platform wherein, with the help of voice notes, we make sure that every student is sharing his daily routine. How is he feeling? His achievements, if he has achieved something on that day, his failures, everything is shared in English in the form of a conversation with the help of voice notes. Okay. On that community platform. Yeah. So everything what I have shared with you is something that these are the activities that I follow with my students. I help them, incorporate these activities in their daily routine. And this is what happens, in English Life Skill Hub. So this is what life is all about in English Life Skill Hub. So we have all our activities. We have English, incorporated, institutionalized in our daily routines. Okay. So everything what we do is in English. Okay. We express everything in English. So whether it is WhatsApp messaging, whether it is voice notes, whether it is making videos, whatever we do in the day, we try to record it in English and share it with our community members in the community platform. And that's how we, create an English environment for everybody in English Life Skill Hub. So everybody gets an environment wherein they're constantly talking in English, constantly replying to certain things in English. Okay, so we take care of spoken and written English both. And today, you know what? I'm very excited to share with you my website. Okay, so the name of my website is www.englishlifeskillhub.com. It's very much visible on the screen. Let me quickly take you to my website, friends. Here is my website. Okay, so I am very excited to share this with you. Can you see this? Okay, so yes, the mission is learn English as a lifestyle. Okay. So how can you learn English as a lifestyle? And we have a very interesting training that I have recorded and I have, put it on my website. You can check that website. If you are interested to know more about English Life Skill Hub as to how we learn English, okay, you can also join this WhatsApp group. Okay, you can check me on Facebook, on Telegram. We have a Telegram group. You can join that Telegram group. You can check my LinkedIn profile. You can check me on Instagram. Okay, Instagram, I make sure that I keep sharing new words with people on, day-to-day basis. Yeah. So that's what it is. And then there are many courses and testimonials I'm very excited about. Okay, so there are many courses. Okay, now all my courses, I am not just offering you a subscription plan, okay, which expires in 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. What I'm offering you is lifetime mentorship program. Yes, you have heard it right. It's a lifetime mentorship program. Now, when I say lifetime mentorship program, you choose any plan. There are many plans. You can see that. Okay. And every plan is beautiful in its own way because you are going to learn plethora in every plan that you take. Okay. So learning is something which is going to be power packed. Okay. So whether you take a silver plan, whether you take a gold plan, platinum, diamond plan, whatever you take, all the features are given in the, on the website. You can go through it. It's given in the videos. You can go through it. Any plan you take, basically, you're going to get a lifetime membership with us. Okay. So you're going to get weekend classes for free for lifelong. Okay, my videos, my content, my paid content free for lifelong. And you can check these testimonies of students who are a part of English Life Skill Hub. And you can check their English, how phenomenally they have improved their English skills, the way they're expressing themselves. Okay. So if this interests you, if you also want to incorporate English in your daily routine, if you want to create an English environment for yourself, if you want to stay in touch with people who are constantly, expressing things in English, sharing English content, etc. Okay, wherein you can improve your spoken English, written English with the help of all these fruitful activities, then I again invite you to my English Life Skill Hub. So you can check my website if this interests you. You can watch the trainings given on the website. You can go through the courses, testimonies, and we can connect soon. And I would love to have you in English Life Skill Hub, and I would love to train you for lifelong. Okay. So what I'm offering is lifelong mentorship program, wherein on lifelong basis, I will be your mentor and I will be giving you 24/7 community support. Yeah. So life in English Life Skill Hub is actually very interesting. Okay. Because you get an English environment, you learn English with with fun activities. So there are times when we play a Bollywood song and we try to translate that Bollywood song into English. Okay. So we do a lot of activities and it's a very fun learning way that we try to improve our English. Okay. So that's about it in this video. Try all these activities that I have shared with you today at home. Okay, when you're home alone, and see it will definitely fetch you some results. Okay, friends. So thank you so much and goodbye.